Are you tired of buying overpriced firewood and having fires that smoke everybody away? Well, I'm going to share with you 3 alternatives in this episode of Travels with Delaney. Welcome back, everyone. My name's Patrick, and welcome to Travels with Delaney, where we try to help you understand your RV so you can enjoy your RV. Now, if you're like us, camping means campfires. But one of the things that we really hate is the overpriced bundles of wood that are sold, and many times one of two things occurs. Either the wood is green and it just won't burn and it just smokes everybody away, or it's been super dried and that means it goes up very quick in flames and it costs a fortune to keep a campfire going. So we have found some alternatives to buying firewood on the road. Now you might say, hey, you live at Tall Pine Lodge, why don't you go ahead and bring your own firewood with you? Unfortunately, though, in today's society, if you're traveling any distance outside of your county or your state, most of the time there's restrictions on taking your own firewood with you, and so that's why we just don't. Plus, honestly, we just don't have the space in our tow vehicle to be hauling around a bunch of firewood. So that's why we started looking for alternatives, and we're going to share with you those 3 alternatives right now. The first one is, I like buying these fire logs. Now, most of us think of these as an alternative for our fireplaces in our homes, but they work just as well at a campfire. What I like about them is they're not that expensive. Usually you can find the 3-hour burning logs for around $4. So they're not overly expensive. Secondly, they're really clean to carry in your tow vehicle with you. So if you're putting them in like an SUV or a car or even a pickup truck, you don't have to worry about a lot of debris as far as carrying them with you. And they're easy to light, and it gives you a nice fire for up to 3 hours typically. Now this one is the Enviro log, which says it's great for both heating and cooking, which means it's safe if you still want to cook over the campfire. Now, this isn't going to give you that massive campfire blaze, but honestly, most of the time we shouldn't have blazes that big in a campground anyway. But what it will do is it will give you the ambiance you're looking for with a campfire, and may even give you a little bit of heat and a source of heat for cooking. So this is one option that we actually like sometimes, is just pick up a case of these and carry them with us for an easy campfire when we don't want to build a big wood campfire. Now let's look at a second option that you may or may not be familiar with. If you watch Shark Tank, you may already be familiar with this product because they were on Shark Tank a few years ago. And I remember originally thinking, nope, I don't see how this is ever going to work. And then last summer, we were given a couple of these as a gift. And once we tried them out, we were hooked. And the product is Radiate. In essence, it is a campfire in a can, or it says portable campfire. Now, you'll notice right on the front it says made from recycled soy wax. It's non-toxic, it's waterproof, it's easy to store, obviously very clean in your tow vehicle. It's made in the USA, it's easy to light, it's reusable, and it's portable. That's a lot of features in this small can. Now, these will burn for, I believe, up to about 3 or 4 hours. And what I really like about it is the fact that you just pop the lid and you light it up. Now, this one's already been lit. And that's what I like about it. You could start a campfire with your Radiate portable campfire, and then at some point when you're ready to go to bed, if it's not done, throw the lid on, it extinguishes the flame, and then you can light it again and use it until it's completely gone. Now, a brand new one will look something like this. And again, all you're going to do is light in 2 or 3 spots, and within a matter of minutes, you're going to have a real nice fire. Now, what I will tell you about these is they do give off heat. We were very surprised out in the Tetons when it would get cold at night, how much heat we could actually get off one of these. Now, I will tell you, don't set this on like a wooden deck or anything, because the bottom will get hot. What we found was after we would use these, the next morning when I'd go to pick it up, because I always let it cool overnight, the ground would be charred, or that area if it was on grass, that type of thing. So these do get very hot. So don't think about using these on a porch deck or anything like that. But these now will run you closer to $30. Now, I know you're thinking, wow, that's a lot of money, and it is. However, for the convenience of carrying this with you to start a simple campfire, They're really nice. And if you watch, you can get them on sale, or you can typically get a discount if you buy in bulk online. So I've seen them as low as $25 online, and actually was able to pick these up on sale in a store last summer for about $20 a piece. And honestly, I bought all 6 that they had because they were so easy to carry with us on our trip, and they didn't take up a lot of space, and they were super clean. So if you want, you can check out Radiate. I'm going to go ahead and put the link to these in our Amazon shop and also down below in this YouTube description. Option number 3 is a propane fire pit. Now, I'll be honest, I wasn't in favor of these either until we used one of our friends a year ago while we were camping with them. And once I saw how nice this actually was and how much heat it actually put off, I started looking for one. Now, this is the Outland Cypress Fire Bowl, and there's different brands out there, but I will link to this particular one in our Amazon shop as well. What I really like about this particular brand is it comes with a cover. It also comes with a carrying strap that just attaches on all 4 sides, so you can just pick it up and go. Set this off to the side, lift your lid off, and instantly it reveals a fire pit. Now, it comes with the rock for you, but what's nice about it is you can just hook it up to any propane tank. So either I can just take the tank off of our RV and use that, or I can carry a separate tank with me just for the fire pit. I have found this to be very efficient on the use of propane. I pretty much let this run most of the day on Thanksgiving Day so people could come out here on the deck and stay warm and have good company around the fire. And I thought for sure that my tank would be empty after the day. What I found was there was still over a third of the tank left after burning for probably close to 8 hours. So it's really simple to have a campfire using this. Another thing I really like about it is, one, the way it's elevated, we can have it right here on our deck, and we even have a carpet under it, and there's no heat. We don't have to worry about the deck or the carpet catching on fire, and I really like that fact. The other thing is it does give off heat, but if you have it under, let's say, an easy up awning or your awning on your RV, what we have found is the heat doesn't go that high, and so that seems to work well too. There's just a regulator on the side. Once you're hooked up to your propane, you can turn it on, and once we turn it on, go ahead and carefully light your fire pit, and now I can adjust the height of the flame and just how big I want my actual fire. So I'm going to go ahead, that is on high right there, and you can see that is a very nice fire, and it's already giving off heat. The thing I like about this is, even though it takes up a lot of space in our tow vehicle as far as the width, and you can look up the specs if you go to Amazon, but what I really like about it is, if we're going on weekend camping trips and I don't want to mess with other types of fires, I just take this with me. But what I really like is the fact that we can use it right here at home as well on our deck, come out here, light a nice fire. And honestly, most of the time, I don't keep it on high. I turn it down to the low setting. It's going to use less propane. It's going to give us that campfire effect, and it's still going to give us heat. So this is our third option for a campfire. So there's 3 alternatives to using wood for a campfire. What I like about all 3 of them is I can either use them on the road when we're camping, or I can use them right here at home. Do you use any of these methods, or do you use something else when you go to build a campfire? Let me know in the comments down below, and until next time, everybody, we'll see ya on down the road. Good night.